lot. And we're feeling the heat really strong here right now. Hello everybody, welcome back to the Shabna Show. There's a big devastation here right now in Parika at Stellan. There is a major fire started here at the marketing center. Destroyed the entire marketing center, which was under construction. Some of the stall holders were able to save some things and run, while others weren't able to save anything, and they suffered millions of dollars in losses. The afternoon sea breeze, along with the very old stalls in the market, caused the fire to spread rapidly. In fact, the marketing center was undergoing an upgrade, with a steel structure being built. There are reports that the contractors were welding and that the sparks fell into a stall that had flammable substances, apparently firecrackers. Vendors and others around heard loud, continuous explosions before the stalls started burning. They hurriedly started to move their commodities to safety, but that had to stop after the heat and smoke became intense. The vendors were sad and devastated as they watched their livelihood go up in flames. They were helpless and they were still in shock and were crying, wondering what would happen next. Some of them have been selling there for over 30 years, and some have loans to repay. Minister of Home Affairs Robeson Benn was on the scene and assured the vendors that there will be a way forward for them. These are the stalls that were along the roadside. The images were taken some time ago. I stood there and watched as the fire was raging through the stalls there, one after the other. Minister Benn was heard instructing the firefighters to put that fire out completely. He also instructed them to break the middle of a new concrete fence that was being built to gain access to douse the building completely. The angry residents and vendors believe that the firefighters could have done more to contain the blaze and save some of the stalls.
I run a snack kit and confectionery in the Parika Marketing Centre for the past 13-15 years. Today fire start from middle of the saying that the fire service could have helped us to save this part of the market. I went through the station and begged them to come there, and they said they can't drive on the scale for come in the heat for save we down. Then I was on fire.
We asked the minister if it was true the fire tenders did not come with enough water, and he responded. I mean, it took a long time before they finally get it activated.
Fire truck only comes between 450 to 600 gallons of water.
Okay.
Which goes very quickly.
Right, okay.
Then they have to get a hydrant, or as they have done now, an open water system.
Okay.
So the perception might be when they use out the tanks.
Yes.
They might keep a little water in it to hold the water on.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
And so they have to establish an open water source.
Yes.
And they have to use the water in the tank to prime that open water source to get water flowing again.
Okay. The minister told the media.
Somewhere around 4 o'clock, while we were at a function in Georgetown, we heard that there was an outbreak of a fire here at the Parika Marketing Centre, and that it was difficult. 2, then 3, then 4 units were dispatched, a total of 4 units. We understand, but we'll have to clarify later, confirm later, that there was welding going on in the building and that the sparks fell down onto flammable substances. I want to caution you that we will want to confirm that. We have challenges still, though we have it under control now and from spreading, in terms of getting it properly doused. There are challenges in relation to offloading the Esigubo ferry vessels, the Sandaka, the Kanawan, the Malali. Yeah, people cannot clear yet because the firefighting effort from the open source, which is the river, still are intended to meet with those who claim they have losses and make listings for consideration and evaluation and assessment, and then we'll take it from there. Understandably, given the large nature of the conflagration, people are upset, not understanding too, but in many ways we have always had issues in relation to how vending was going on here. And if you just look over here to the right, where people were on the road with vending stalls against the bridge there.
Upon arriving here, the fire has already engulfed the entire market area, and this particular area was burning. So this is detached from that area. The number of stalls here, I think it was 6 or 7 of them, right? Or more, right? But within this market is in excess of like 160 persons, and everything is gone.
First of all, I would like to ask you to recognize the fact that the government was constructing a modern market here because they have recognized the congestion that was out here and the type of marketing that was being done. We recognize that it's tall with a lot of old woods and all kind of things these vendors were. All the vendors, the Minister of Local Government came here when the contract was being signed, and we had a meeting with the vendors, and we told them at some point of time they will have to be removed from the frontier. So this is construction going to go on. Incidentally, during the Christmas holiday, they was informed that immediately after the holiday they would need to move. Last week they were supposed to move. They failed to do so. I'm not saying this to diminish what they would have lost or anything, but I'm saying how this thing happened is very unfortunate, because I was here Tuesday, gone, and I had a meeting with them at the front there, and they said, the construction work have to go on, so you'll be removing Monday, which they agree. So what happened here today is very unfortunate, and the fire was able to escalate quickly because of the congestiveness of the market. Every vendor was very close, and the type of thing that they were selling. You have a lot of clothing, you had a lot of long boots also, which when you take heat will cause the fire to escalate.
After the blaze was quelled, some of the jewelry vendors from along the roadside were seen rummaging through the rubble and salvaging whatever pieces they could find. Some of the jewelry were involved. During the chaos, several residents, including women and children, were seen looting items from the stall at the back entrance as others were shouting at them.
What are the children doing in here?
I'll now leave you with some clips of what was taking place at the scene.
Just assisting people to help move their commodities and their pants and shorts and stuff. But the guy said that the water was the problem.
Whoa! Whoa! Woo! That's a bottles in there? Okay. Oh, sorry.
Let the roller go down. Hey, where am Danny?
We gotta get them in the compound.
Yeah, we getting them in the company.
Go in the compound.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. I know this was very difficult for those people who suffered losses, and I do hope that soon the matters will be resolved and they'll be able to start selling again. Do remember to like, share and subscribe to my channel, and feel free to share the video, and I'll see you in my next one.